Welcome to Brewtok, the channel where caffeine meets comedy, science meets chaos, and your morning cup gets brutally honest. Addiction, culture, myths, memes, if it's brewed, we're talking about it. Because coffee isn't just a drink. It's a way of life. This is Brewtok. Grab your mug. Let's go. Imagine this, you're exhausted, but you've got a deadline. You think, should I drink coffee or should I nap? Most people pick one. The tired ones nap, the busy ones chug. But there's a secret hack, a cheat code, a life glitch. It's called the coffee nap. Drink your coffee, then take a nap, not a 2-hour nap, not even 1 hour, just 20 minutes. When you wake up, boom, you're more awake than coffee alone. More refreshed than napping alone. It's like stacking 2 cheat codes on top of each other. Sounds fake, right? Nope, it's real. And the science behind it is weirdly brilliant. Here's what's going on inside your head. Every second you're awake, your brain builds up a chemical called adenosine. It's like biological sleep pressure. The more it piles up, the sleepier you feel. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine. It doesn't give you energy, it just hijacks the lock where adenosine should sit. So here's the trick. When you nap, your brain naturally clears out some of that adenosine, and caffeine takes about 20 minutes to kick in fully. So if you slam a coffee, then immediately lie down for a short nap, your nap clears the adenosine out right as the caffeine swoops in to block the rest. It's like flushing the toilet, then locking the bathroom door. Adenosine can't get back in. Result, you wake up feeling sharper than if you'd done either one alone. Step-by-step coffee nap guide. Chug your coffee, don't sip. Get it in fast so it starts metabolizing while you nap. Set a timer for 20 minutes, not 40. 20 is the sweet spot, longer and you hit deep sleep, which makes you groggy. Lie down immediately. Trust the process, wake up with the caffeine surge. You'll feel alert, focused, and a little superhuman. It feels so good, it's almost unfair. The first time most people try a coffee nap, they don't believe it'll work. They think, how can I fall asleep after drinking coffee? But remember, caffeine takes 20 minutes to absorb. For those first few minutes, it's not in your brain yet. You're still tired, your eyelids still droop, that's your window. The first time I tried it, I was in college, half dead from exams. I chugged a bitter black coffee, set my alarm, and passed out in the library. 20 minutes later, I woke up like someone had plugged me into a socket. I cranked out a paper in one sitting. My friends asked if I was on drugs. Technically, I was. Legal, caffeinated ones. This isn't just a college hack. Whole industries live on this. Truck drivers, pulling over for a coffee nap is safer than pushing through with just caffeine. Pilots. NASA has actually studied caffeine naps for astronauts. They recommend them for space missions. Parents, the coffee nap is basically the only reason some moms and dads survive toddler years. Gamers, forget energy drinks. Tournament coffee nap is the real clutch move. Emergency workers, doctors, nurses, firefighters, coffee naps literally keep them functioning on 24-hour shifts. If you think it sounds silly, remember. Rocket scientists use it. Literally. Here's why coffee naps feel so crazy. Your brain wasn't designed for them. Your biology expects either sleep clears adenosine naturally or coffee blocks adenosine chemically. But when you combine them, your brain gets double-teamed. The adenosine is cleared and the receptors are blocked. It's like beating the final boss with a cheat code. You don't just feel awake, you feel awake. Like any hack, the coffee nap only works if you do it exactly right. Mess it up and it backfires hard. Too long a nap, you wake up groggy, stuck in sleep inertia. Now you're basically drunk on drowsiness and jittery from coffee at the same time. Too late in the day, congrats, you just sabotaged your night's sleep. Too much coffee, you won't nap at all. You'll just lie there with your heart tap dancing in your chest, counting sheep at light speed. The sweet spot is 20 minutes, medium caffeine, that's it. Push it and you enter clown mode. You don't have to look hard to find people who have tried and failed. One student chugged an energy drink, set a timer, and laid down. With a pounding heart and a missed final exam. Another guy on Reddit tried a coffee nap at work. He didn't account for snoring. He woke up not refreshed, but fired. And then there's the gym bro who thought a coffee nap meant mixing pre-workout with espresso, then trying to nap. The hack works, but only if you respect the rules. Skeptical, so were researchers, but studies back this up. One famous experiment tested people on driving simulators after either coffee alone, nap alone, or coffee plus nap. The coffee nap combo destroyed the other groups. Fewer lane swerves, faster reaction times, sharper focus. Basically, science proved what college students had known for decades. In NASA, yes, actual rocket scientists found that a 20-minute nap plus caffeine boosted astronaut performance by over 30%. 30%? That's the difference between landing a spacecraft smoothly and, well, not. Here's the hidden beauty of the coffee nap. It's procrastination-friendly. Think about it. You're exhausted, staring at a blank screen. You don't want to work. You don't even want to drink coffee because you know you'll still feel like trash. But you add coffee first. Suddenly, you've tricked your brain. 20 minutes later, you wake up like a machine and crank out 3 hours of focused work. Lazy and productive at the same time. That's the dream. Let's be real, once you try it, you start to treat it like a game. How fast can I chug my coffee and fall asleep? Can I nail the 20-minute wake-up without an alarm? Can I use this hack twice in one day? Warning, yes, you can do it twice. But after that, your body will revolt. Coffee naps are not infinite. If you stack them like Jenga blocks, eventually it all collapses. Heart racing, wondering why you ever messed with caffeine in the first place? Some people think the coffee nap is fake, that it's just a placebo. But if it were placebo, it wouldn't work across thousands of people, in labs, in NASA studies, in truck driver experiments. They don't cut errors on memory tests. They don't save astronauts from screwing up billion-dollar missions. Coffee naps are real, they're just so simple people don't want to believe them. Part of why coffee naps are fascinating is because they feel wrong. Society tells us, coffee wakes you up, naps make you sleep. Mixing them feels like oil and water, like hitting the gas and brake at the same time, but that's exactly why it works. Coffee doesn't kick in instantly. The nap buys you time and the coffee hits just as you're waking. It's not dangerous. It just feels dangerous, like breaking the laws of biology. People who discover coffee naps often turn them into rituals. The setup, one perfect cup, lights dim, alarm set. The countdown, sip, recline, breathe. The payoff. Alarm buzzes, brain lights up, back to life. It's almost ceremonial, like a tiny vacation in the middle of chaos. And the best part, unlike grind forever culture, the coffee nap says rest and rise. It's balance disguised as hacking. If coffee naps are so effective, why doesn't everyone do them? 2 reasons. Stigma. People think napping equals laziness. They'd rather chug another cup than admit they need rest. Patience. Most people want instant results. Drink coffee, feel it now. Coffee naps require trust. You close your eyes while wasting time. But the ones who get past that stigma, they become evangelists. Once you feel a coffee nap, you never shut up about it. Here's the weirdest part. Once people try it, they turn into missionaries. They start telling everyone, friends, coworkers, strangers online, that they've unlocked the secret to life. Coffee naps aren't just a hack. They become an identity. You'll find them on Reddit, typing manifestos. Coffee naps are better than meditation, supplements, and therapy combined. It's funny, but it's also kind of true. For some, coffee naps aren't just a hack, they're a lifestyle. They plan their days around it. They time their caffeine intake with military precision. They treat 20 minutes as sacred. Do they sound dramatic? Yes. Are they wrong? Not really, because when it works, it feels like magic. Coffee naps aren't just a trick, they're a mirror. They show us something about the way we live. We're so tired, so overworked, so stretched thin that we need hacks just to feel normal. Not to be superheroes, not to break records. Just to function. Think about it, if you're healthy, well-rested, balanced, you don't need to down a coffee and trick your brain into a 20-minute reset. You just sleep. But we don't live in that world. We live in the world of deadlines, alarms, late-night emails, crying kids, endless notifications, 24/7 everything. And in that world, coffee naps are survival. Caffeine itself is already a loan from the future. You're borrowing alertness today and paying it back in fatigue later. The nap part is just an attempt to soften the debt. To clear the adenosine before the bill comes due. It's clever, it's effective, but it's also a sign of how much we rely on tricks to keep going. Coffee naps are like duct tape on civilization. They hold us together even though the cracks are obvious. Maybe that's why the coffee nap resonates with so many people. It's not about being perfect, it's about surviving. The nurse in the ER who sneaks 20 minutes before another 8-hour stretch. The student who uses one to make it through exams without collapsing. The trucker who avoids a crash because they pulled over instead of pushing through. The gamer who clutched a win after recharging mid-match. It's not glamorous, it's not Instagram-worthy, but it's real. Coffee naps aren't about chasing greatness. They're about getting by in a world that constantly asks for more than you have to give. Here's the irony, the coffee nap works because it combines stimulation with rest. Caffeine and sleep, gas pedal and brake. Maybe that's the lesson, we don't need to live in extremes, we don't have to grind endlessly or collapse completely. Balance, even in weird hacks, works better. It's not about doing more, it's about recovering smarter. So here's the real question, will you try it? Will you actually slam a coffee, set a 20-minute timer, and see what happens? Maybe you'll wake up confused. Maybe you'll wake up a believer. Either way, you'll have joined a quiet global club of people who figured out how to cheat biology just a little. And once you've felt it, you'll never forget it. Coffee naps aren't magic. They're not superpowers. They're just clever biology. But in a world that never slows down, maybe clever biology is the closest thing we've got to magic. So the next time you're dragging, staring at your screen, wondering if you should drink coffee or collapse into bed, don't choose. Do both. Because sometimes the smartest move isn't more effort. It's a well-timed pause, it's caffeine and rest. It's the coffee nap.